Hello. So I'll be talking on coping with craving, the mindfulness approach. People view living with craving like the sides of a coin having two sides, heads and tails. But we need to look at the coin again. Does it really have two sides? Are options fighting the craving on one side or giving in? So we need to look at this again. So for the outline, we would have a background on mindfulness, talk about mindfulness and its effect on craving. How is mindfulness practiced? Then we'll demonstrate mindfulness. Then we'll conclude. Mindfulness is a state of being present. So you are non-judgmentally accepting any experience. You're not labeling it or judging it. You're not trying to run away or distract yourself. It's okay if your mind distracts once in a while, but you bring it back to the experience. So you're basically describing the experience as being using all five senses. This picture, you see what this guy is doing? He's thinking about his problems while enjoying the sunlight, and the dog is just, okay, I'm focusing on the sun and the green grass. Mindfulness is not meditation, but depending on what you want out of mindfulness, mindfulness and meditation can be two separate halves, or they could be two entirely separate wholes. So they could be an adjunct whereby mindfulness is incorporated into meditation, and it appears as if it's just one whole entirely giving you what you want. Or it could be two totally different things, which is what we do in our program. We have mindfulness based approaches solely. We have meditative based approaches solely. We have mindfulness and meditation based intervention. So this is the data. The data shows that the emotional aspect of craving is improved with mindfulness. Harm reduction is a more likely outcome than full-blown relapse and not coming back to the recovery path. The distress that overwhelming distress that one experiences with craving is improved. There's improvement in that, and individuals cope much better. Scientific studies have also showed positive brain changes in the structure of the cerebral cortex. There are different ways to practice mindfulness. I love this picture. I put this as a mindfulness state. Is the heart. And then the mindfulness state is influenced by guided sessions, which is what we offer. And it's the sessions, the practice of the sessions that keeps the heart pumping. So what really do we do in mindfulness? There are a couple of things we do. First is observation. You're taught to observe reality in form of objects as they are, using all your five senses. You learn how to describe emotions as both body sensation and action. So you're not just talking about I'm angry or I'm sad. You are describing how you feel, which makes you more aware of the experience, and being more aware in presence of the experience, being in present of the experience, you're more aware, you're less likely to judge the experience. We practice mindful breathing, body scan and meditation. Then we practice mindfulness in form of relapse prevention. We focus on the cues. These are important because many times clients go back to drugs not because of craving, but because of the cues. And the cues could be emotions, sensations, or even situations. So mindfulness in relapse prevention is very important. Mindfulness in urges, people believe that the urges are very difficult and it's what makes people relapse now. So we practice mindfulness in this aspect also. That's why I describe what mindfulness, how we go about mindfulness. But I'll put up a video about mindfulness in play, a mindfulness session in play, or um, rolling with the urge, or soften the urge. But the basic thing is that you find a place to relax where it's safe. Now, relaxation is more of you are breathing, so you are putting your consciousness on your breath, and thereafter you now focus on the urge. Where does it occur? How long is it occurring? How is it like? Can you put a word to it, or a music lyric, or a poem? Can you describe what the feeling or the sensation is like? Does it move? How many places do you experience it? Does it crawl? So you are experiencing this, you are fully aware and you can describe it, and you are intermittently switching between focusing on the urge and your breathing. So we give 10-minute sessions, 5-minute sessions, and a person. The reason is that you want the urge to be less overwhelming. The aim is not to stop the urge, because you can't really stop the urges now. You are making it less overwhelming. And in that situation, you're now able to cope with the urges. Your distraction methods can now be more efficient. So this is a couple of our instruments that we use, or equipment that we use in mindfulness practice. Have you ever had a reason to ask, how did I get here? What came over me? With mindfulness in play, you will not be absent-minded. You would not be reacting towards life or circumstances or experience. Rather, you will be responding. You will be responding after being aware of the situation. This chaotic slide or diagram shows mindfulness in form of living. So this is mindful living. You are exercising, you are mindful, you know how many times your heart is beating, you know how much you're sweating, you're cloud gazing, you can describe the clouds. Is it a form of a heart-shaped love or muffin? You're breathing, you know what it feels like in your lungs, you know, is it the air hot, is it warm? Are you breathing through your nose or your mouth? You are aware. A plant, you can describe this plant, it's green, you know. So mindfulness, mindful living is what you are taught. You're taught in person and you're taught in a group session. So we have come to the end of this webinar. So drop questions, drop comments, and I'll respond.